Well, we've had a great stay here at Safe Harbor Blue Water in Hampton, or near Norfolk, and we're heading off out of the Chesapeake and into the ICW. So a big day today. Well, we've just left Hampton and steaming through the warships here in Norfolk. A pretty sight with all these ships, and obviously leaving the Chesapeake and heading towards the ICW. So an exciting moment here. Well, we've finally arrived in the Dismal Swamp, and it's beautiful. The light just popped out, the sun came out. We finished locking, which took about half an hour or 35 minutes, and we probably raised up by about 12 feet. We had two powerboats and 2 sailboats, so 5 of us in the lock. Very friendly lockkeeper, and that was great, very European. You know, you all go in, switch your engines off, and up you come. One of the interesting things about the swamp, Dismal Swamp, the canal, is it's shallow. I mean, we've got 6.5 feet, 7, but I'm sure at times we'll see less, and who knows what's lying on the bottom. People tell us there's logs and all kinds of nonsense, so we just got to take it easy. Good morning from the Dismal Swamp, and our rest stop for the night at mile marker 28 on the ICW. We've had a wonderful trip down the swamp. It's just beautiful, the colors, the leaves, the peacefulness. As you can see, we're tied up with a bunch of other boats, and today we carry on down this way, head south towards the last lock, and then back into the windingness of the ICW. And a great spot to tie up in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Here Tenley shows us how easy and how quickly it is to get the bike out of the lazarette, unfold it, and get it ready to go and explore ashore. I had no idea how important and big a role the bikes would play in our life on board and being able to explore all the cool things ashore. It's so much quicker to go by bike than to walk, and you can cover so much more ground. It's been fantastic. Time to go and explore Elizabeth City and hear another beautiful sunset at the end of another great day. So we've got a beautiful spot here on the Alligator River, and we've had a good run today across from Elizabeth City, across Albemarle Sound. No breeze, a little bit of sprinkles, rains, very tropical kind of feel, but here we are. It's just beautifully peaceful. Anchor up before sunrise after a good night's sleep. No breeze, pretty peaceful. Beautiful way to start the day, chugging along, fishermen out there doing their thing, and of course we weren't the only ones heading down the Pongo River Canal towards Belhaven. Well, good morning from Belhaven, North Carolina, on the Intercoastal Waterway. And they say this is really where it all started, because they had to put the final piece through Pongo Channel in 1928, and this then connected it all up here in Belhaven. So it's a great town. We stayed at Belhaven Marina, which is just awesome. It's a small privately owned marina. Very comfortable, very simple, nice big green lawn where everybody ties up to, so that's been great. But here you get a little feel for what the town's all about. It's being renovated. People are buying up places, fixing them up. We had a great dinner here last night at Spoon River, which was just amazing. It's a kind of a restaurant you'd imagine to find in New York or in Boston, not in a small little town like this on the ICW in North Carolina. And look at this on the left-hand side here, the cotton. When last did you see cotton being grown like this? Unbelievable. Take a ride through the cotton fields. That's amazing. I've never done this before. You hear a lot about cotton fields in songs, but you never actually see it. It's beautiful. A closer shot of the cotton plant shows the early morning dew.
Yeah, we're the Belhaven Marina. Greg Baker, harbor master for the Belhaven Harbor and general manager of the marina itself. Mile marker 136. Birthplace of the ICW.
I'm just going to check the fluids on the engine. So we'll open this up, give you an idea of what's going down. Lights on. Open this side. First thing I check is the coolant. And that looks perfect, right up to the mark. And the next thing I want to do is just check the engine oil. And the dipstick is buried down here, but it's accessible. Have a look here. Pull it out again. And it's pretty much to the middle mark, which is just perfect. We've had a wonderful stay in Belhaven, had a nice bike ride, a great dinner. The weather's perfect, and it's time to back out and get going again. All right, I'm enjoying my quesadillas that Tenley just made. They're delicious. We are coming out into the last big piece of water in the ICW, which is Pimlico Sound. And we have about 6 or 7 knots of breeze out of the southeast. So it's flat calm. Then we take a right and we head off towards Oriental. We decided to anchor in the harbor of Oriental, as there was no room at the inn, shall we say. The marinas looked pretty full, with transient boats doing the same as us, going down the ICW. The anchorage is great, beautiful spot to enjoy the last few rays of light of the day, a quiet cocktail. And the next day we explored the town a little bit by bike, some of the big fishing boats, and the beautiful homes. Back on the ICW again, and dodging the occasional big powerboat that didn't want to slow down and gave us a huge wake to deal with. Next stop was Jarrett Bay, Safe Harbor Jarrett Bay in Beaufort, North Carolina. A good place to ride out the remnants of Hurricane Nicole, and a great place to photograph the white egrets fishing on the dock. I was lucky enough that one of the Safe Harbor guys that works here at Jarrett Bay in Beaufort, he caught the fish. I heard them fighting on the line, and he said, "You want it?" I said, "Sure." So we're going to put this in the pan tonight and down the hatch. About a 10-minute cab ride from the marina is downtown Beaufort, a great town to explore, walk around in, a couple of museums. But our best find was the Backstreet pub and the locals there. It was like a little English pub. Great place to get a drink, and later on we had dinner. The remnants of Nicole had passed over us, the breeze died down, peace and quiet on the dock at Jarrett Bay, and it was time to think about heading off to Swansboro, our next stop. Swansboro was only about 25 miles away, an easy run down, and a wonderful town to enjoy their Christmas tree lighting festival.